What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, Eagles fans? I'm your host, TKD Official, and welcome back to another episode of TK Sports Talk, where we talk about the NFL, but more importantly, we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, man. Game day is here. The playoffs are here for the Philadelphia Eagles. What a great weekend of football for the NFL. There are two more games left tonight. First at 4:30, the Pittsburgh Steelers are taking on the Buffalo Bills, but we're not here to talk about that. We're not here to talk about the four games that have already been played. We are here to talk about the matchup tonight versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the Philadelphia Eagles. All season long, this has been a great season to start out with, and we were 10-1 at one point in time, but for the last 6 weeks, the Eagles have been going through some trouble, y'all. The Eagles have been flaming out, and now today, on the day of the game, we already know that there was something going on with this team. We already know that there was something going on with this offense. Obviously, Jalen Hurts has not looked like the same quarterback he's looked all year. Obviously, we've not seen the type of progress and type of progression that we would like to have seen from this offense and Brian Johnson as the lead of this offense, as the offensive coordinator calling plays. We've also not seen the leadership that we want to see from Nick Sirianni when things are going wrong, wondering whether or not Nick Sirianni will take over this offense and get this team right on the back on the right path. All right. Not only has this offense had issues, but the defense have had issues as well. But I want to stay and I want to focus on the offense for a little bit just right now, because reports have come out today, of all days, the day of the game, that Jalen Hurts is not happy with the status of the offense and the inconsistencies of the offense and how the things have been going with the offense and there's dissension between head coach Nick Sirianni, Jalen Hurts, and Brian Johnson. All right. For a long time, all season long, we've heard there's too many chefs in the kitchen. There's too many people who have a voice in the matter. Okay, so I'm not sure what happened between last year when we had Jalen Hurts, when we had Shane Steichen, and we had Nick Sirianni. The only different part of this equation is Brian Johnson. And Brian Johnson was here last year, except he was the quarterback coach and he wasn't calling any plays. All right. So for whatever's going on, I hope that they've worked things out. I hope that they've talked amongst themselves as men and they figured some things out and they've decided to go in one clear direction for the duration of the season. For the remainder, there's potentially 4 games left in this NFL season for the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, a game today, another game in the divisional, and then you get into the NFC Championship round, and then it's the Super Bowl after that. Will this Philadelphia Eagles team have what it takes to try to make it to the Super Bowl? Well, we're going to find out today when the Philadelphia Eagles get out on the football field down there in Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. All right, now Jalen Hurts is dealing with a injury to his throwing hand. Okay, we all know that he dislocated his middle right finger on his throwing hand. Okay, whether or not his knee is healthy, whether or not he's completely healthy, everybody's playing with some injuries at this point in time during the year. Unfortunately for the Philadelphia Eagles, A.J. Brown will not be able to go for us tonight. So I'm really interested in seeing how Quez Watkins steps up and plays tonight, okay? Quez Watkins had a decent game last week, albeit though it was against the New York Football Giants, but the New York Giants had their starters in. All right, so he was able to go out there. He was able to make some plays, okay, with Marcus Mariota throwing him the ball. And we hope that he's able to make some plays tonight. All right, we got a Julio Jones on the team. Does Julio take the number 2 role? Is he the number 2 wide receiver tonight? All right, who handles? Obviously, Devontae Smith is going to be the wide receiver number 1 tonight. But if you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, please comment down below. Let me know who is going to take care of the number 2 role tonight. Is it going to be receiver by committee? All right. Are we going to have Julio Jones get some targets? Are we going to have Olamide Zaccheaus get some targets? Are we going to have Quez Watkins get some targets? To be honest, I think that's the Philadelphia Eagles' best approach. Jalen Hurts was at his best last year when he was able to spread the ball out. Okay. And Jalen Hurts was also at his best last year when the Philadelphia Eagles was able to get that running game going. All right. And that brings me to my next point. If the Philadelphia Eagles want to win this game tonight, all right, there's only one way they're going to do it. And the way they're going to do it is by establishing the line of scrimmage, all right, by being physical and by dominating the run game. Point blank, period. All right. We have not seen enough from this Philadelphia Eagles defense, especially in the last 6 weeks, let alone for almost the duration of the season. Okay, we have not seen enough that tells us that this Philadelphia Eagles team will be okay if Baker Mayfield and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers get out there on the football field with Chris Godwin and Mike Evans and the rest of the weapons that they have out there at their disposal. We haven't been able to stop the run. We haven't been able to stop the pass. So the best thing for the Philadelphia Eagles to do is to play a game of time of possession. Now, if we talk about keeping the main thing, and playing up to the standard, the main thing is winning this football game. And the standard is to come out there and execute and play physical. All right. And whatever else happens in the game, I can handle that. All right. If the Eagles come out there and they play physical and they execute this and they execute at a very high level, the Philadelphia Eagles should have a great chance to win this game. All right. The Philadelphia Eagles are favored to win this game. The line's been going up and down. I've seen 4 points. I've seen 3.5. I've seen 3. And the last time I think that I saw it, it's about 2.5 right now. Okay. ESPN has the Philadelphia Eagles over 50% chance of winning this particular football game. It's going to be a warm game. It's going to be cold. It's going to be a warm game. It's going to be wet. All right. We're going to have to deal with the elements down there. We don't know. Jalen Hurts hasn't thrown the ball this week. He might have thrown it a little bit, did some soft tosses, but we got to get the running game going. DeAndre Swift, Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Hurts even, okay? Get the run game established. Get some screens going. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen a screen for this Philadelphia Eagles team in quite some time. Run the ball, pass the ball, screen it. All right. No, let's not throw a wide receiver bubble screen. Let's not throw a tight end screen and have a wide receiver block for the tight end. How about we have the wide receivers, the tight end, and the offensive lineman all blocking for the running back, and let's get them the ball out in some space. All right, let's get a play action. Let's get a flow out, and let's get it done. Let's find some easy ways to move the ball. Let's create some explosive plays based off of running the ball, getting these guys to come up, put an extra guy in the box, and let's try to see if we can get some one-on-ones. All right, because if I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and all you have is Devontae Smith, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doubling Devontae Smith. Point blank, period. Okay. And hopefully, if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, you are anticipating that and you have some route combinations that are coming off of what Devontae Smith is doing so that you can get the ball into some of your other playmakers' hands, like an Olamide Zaccheaus, like a Julio Jones, like a Quez Watkins. And how about this? I know I talked about the screen game, but how about we get DeAndre Swift and Kenneth Gainwell out in some patterns? Okay. All right. Let me see some wheel routes. OK, let me see some 5 and outs. All right. Let me see a Texas route. All right. Let me see something other than the same plain, mundane, basic ass offense that Nick Sirianni, Brian Johnson, Jalen Hurts, and the Philadelphia Eagles have been putting out there on the football field. Defensively, have to double Mike Evans. All right. There's no other way around it. I don't feel comfortable with Darius Slay and one-on-one with no help. Bradbury with one-on-one with no help. Ringo one-on-one with no help. Who else is out there playing on the outside corner? Any of our cornerbacks that we, Eli Ricks, any of our cornerbacks that we have out there playing the outside corner, I trust none of them, okay? So I do expect the Eagles to be in a heavy cover 2 defense again tonight, all right, which is not great for the run, and hopefully we can get something from our front 7 because we have not seen the type of effort that we need to see from a Fletcher Cox. We haven't seen the type of effort that we need to see from a Jordan Davis, from a Jalen Carter, from a Milton Williams, from a Hassan Reddick. I mean, Hassan Reddick, listen, Hassan, you a dog, okay? But you've been getting a pass this year based off of your success from last year and what you've done on other teams, okay? I know what you did last year. I know what everybody did last year. And nobody on this team is having a duplicate performance of what they did last year. Everybody on this team is playing down from what they did last year, except for A.J. Brown. All right. A.J. Brown is not playing in this game tonight. All right. So we're not going to get into what he's done. All right. But he's the only one. Now, we might have some things to say about A.J. Brown, might not be happy about some things about A.J. Brown and how some things have come out throughout the remainder of this year. But I'll tell you this, A.J. Brown is the only consistent thing. Him and Devontae Smith are the only 2 consistent things. Dallas Goedert too. Are the only 2 consistent things that's been a part of this offense, that's been a part of this team, because the defense has been inconsistent. Our quarterback has been inconsistent. Our coaching has been inconsistent. So if you're the Philadelphia Eagles, what are you going to do tonight? If you're the Philadelphia Eagles, what are you going to do tonight that's been different than the last 6 weeks? You're going to come out here, you're going to play with some urgency. You're going to come out here, you're going to play with some tenacity. You're going to play with some poise, okay? You're going to play with some discipline, all right? I need to see the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line play on the other side of the line of scrimmage tonight. I need to see penetration balls from Jordan Davis, from Jalen Carter, from Big Fletch, all right? And I need to see the linebackers playing downhill, all right? I need to see Cunningham coming downhill. I need to see Shaq Leonard coming downhill. I need to see Nicholas Morrow coming downhill, all right? If you win the game, I need you to empty out the tank. This is it. There is no next week. There is no get back to the practice room, to the film room and correct the film. There's none of that. This is it. Jalen Hurts, you've been a leader of this football team. This team has been renowned for its leadership. Well, now is the time. Jalen Hurts, you got all these quotes. You're on ESPN. They're talking about the Jalenisms, okay? And I saw her do 3 of them. But the one she didn't do was the fact that was this one. The rent's due, Jalen. The rent's due tonight. See you after the game. It's your boy TK the Official. This has been TK Sports Talk Podcast. Philadelphia Eagles are getting ready to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers tonight, and hopefully the Philadelphia Eagles will come away with a victory. We'll see you after the game.